It works now. All right, we're good. So I'm going to start it off. So I wrote two new poems for this performance today, and one that I was like, I need to find because I've been doing too much schoolwork and I don't have enough time to write a third one. But I'm going to start off with one new one. It's called Why Do We Keep Friends Separate? Why did I keep friends separate? Like the plate of a child whose palate has yet to find peace in their greens brushing up against their potato counterparts. Does everyone keep friends separate? Is categorization innate or learned? Did we all inherit the need to shapeshift for our witnesses, or does this habit only reside in those who are incarcerated by the privileged gaze? As I have slowly started to enjoy the intersection of my food, I question my being entirely. Have I just grown? What is different this time? Who is different this time? Do I no longer fear them? Do I no longer fear me? I was born unto division, but I never quite cared for math. Or maybe it never quite cared for me. I wasn't as easily quantified as everyone else. I'm still not. Before anything can move, there must be a mover. I was severed first, cut up into morsels and sporadically devoured. They got to choose which parts of me they could digest. Perhaps it is why I assume everyone must be a picky eater. All right, I'm probably gonna go with the recycled one. Thank you. Sorry, I had another. Thank you so much. So this one I actually wrote for a friend going through a hard time, but I also feel like it speaks to the experience of being a Black woman. I identify as non-binary, but no matter who I am, my body dictates who I am to those who don't care. So I'm always a Black woman to those who first perceive me. So for Black women, because you are probably one of the strongest people ever, this one is for you. She lives despite her circumstances, encased in an environment not fit for her delicate structure. But she feels as if she has no choice. Bloom or die, there's no in between. There is something to be said about her resilience. Though she did not choose her home, she not only fights for herself, but for her family. The same family who trapped her between the harsh concrete. They did not see an issue with their home, for she took the brunt of every footstep that unknowingly trampled over them. She gave them her nutrients even when she hadn't enough for herself. She did it with a smile. She did it without recognition. Little flower in the concrete, you are truly a spectacle. Your petals glisten even in the shadow of your pain. You bloom for everyone to admire, but you have yet to grow to your full potential. What lies outside the thin crevice they have encased you in is yours for the taking. The garden you have always dreamed of has always been open to you. You just have to be ready to bloom for no one but yourself. And this last one I wrote for this performance might not be a shared sentiment, but I am not going to censor myself, so I'm going to go right ahead. It's called Land of the Brave. We are instructed to never, under any circumstances, disrespect the bravery embedded in our exalted military system. What an ironic word, our. As if I too can generously indulge in the fruits of my people's free labor. What is it they're fighting? Other than the ghosts of the nation's past transgressions, you call it peacekeeping. Yet we have yet to establish peace here on a stolen land, nourished and fertilized by stolen bodies. And who exactly are they protecting? Because it can't be the same people whose skin dictates where they belong. And it can't be the same hands that know they must always be visible. And it can't be the same throats that lower their tone lest their music be reported as a noise complaint. So I ask you, why? Why must my respect flow like the ocean they dumped us in? Why is it that we honor a system whose core objective is erasure of its past, of its limits, and of the people that just aren't quite the look they're going for? I do not think there is honor in serving a country that never should have existed. It doesn't take bravery to uphold the foundation of lies. It takes ignorance. I would like to make it clear that I do not shun the black people currently enlisted, for it is one of the many responses to a commonly black dilemma. How can I fit in? How does a body become a person, a citizen? Dear black soldier, we share the same grief, but I cannot share in your grievance. I cannot bear a life of melancholia, so I fight every waking moment for the privilege to mourn. I refuse to subscribe to the diluted definition of bravery. See, bravery is waking up every day as a black person and choosing to wear darker clothing. Bravery is going into a store as a black person. Bravery is asking a cop for the real reason as to why they pulled you over as a black person. Bravery is going to class and reading How to Kill a Mockingbird as the only black student. Bravery is burying your child whose only crime was wrong place, wrong time. A colonial power will never know true bravery because they have never known true oppression. Thank you.